In the U.S., a former graduate student at Columbia University with a green card has been arrested and threatened with deportation as his wife, a U.S. citizen who was 8 months pregnant, stood by his side. He is the first student who participated in pro-Palestinian protests to be arrested for what President Trump says is being a supporter of Hamas. As Christine Frizzell reports, there are concerns tonight this targeting of students who criticized Israel could just be getting started.
It was the center of the protest movement in this country, of Israel's war in Gaza. Columbia University buildings were broken into and overtaken, setting up clashes with police. Outside, an encampment stood for weeks. One of the protest leaders, former Columbia grad student and lawful permanent resident Mahmoud Khalil, has now been arrested by immigration agents. Hours later, filing a petition, there was no basis for his arrest. His attorney accusing the U.S. government of open repression of student activism and political speech. Secretary of State Marco Rubio posting his visa and green card and those of other, quote, Hamas supporters will be revoked. Part of President Trump's executive order to combat anti-Semitism and longtime pledge to go after protesters he and supporters say threatened the safety and well-being of Jewish students.
I will also quickly cancel the student visas of all Hamas sympathizers on college campuses.
The president in a post calling him a radical foreign pro-Hamas student, calling it the first arrest of many to come. Friends of Khalil dispute claims he was anti-Semitic or supported terrorism, insisting he was a mediator, with growing fears any criticism of Israel's government or policies could put targets on others.
It's very clear that these people who are screaming about anti-Semitism and accusations of terror against a very broad and diverse protest movement are not interested in keeping any Jews safe or anyone safe. They're interested in crushing dissent, and in this case, they're interested in punishing higher education.
The Trump administration also canceling $400 million in grants and contracts with Columbia University for failing to combat harassment of Jewish people on campus. Columbia University has now restricted access to its campus, as has nearby Barnard College. They are increasing security measures due to, quote, active concerns for violence. In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell.